Hello, lovely kids. Today we have brought a very famous story for you guys. It's Ali Baba and the 40 Thieves. A long time ago, in Arabia, on a full moon night, Ali Baba noticed something very strange. As he gathered firewood, a rumbling sound like thunder came not from the sky but from below the earth. And to Ali Baba's astonishment, a gigantic rock rolled across on its very own, revealing a dark cave. The moonlight sent strange shadows across the rocks. Ali Baba felt he was not alone. He crept closer and nearly fell upon a pack of horses waiting for their riders. Ali Baba hid, and it was not long before a bunch of shadowy cloaks and hoods came out of the cave towards him. They were thieves, waiting outside for Qaid, their leader. When Qaid appeared, he looked towards the stars and howled out, "Close sesame!" The huge rock shook and then slowly rolled back, closing the mouth of the cave, hiding its secret from the whole world, apart from Ali Baba. When the men were out of sight, Ali Baba gave the rock a mighty push. It was firmly stuck, as if nothing in the world could ever move it. "Open sesame!" Ali Baba whispered. Slowly the rock rolled away, revealing the dark, deep cave. Ali Baba tried to move quietly, but each footstep made a loud, hollow sound that echoed everywhere. Then he tripped. Tumbling over and over, he landed on a pile of richly embroidered silk carpets. Around him were sacks of gold and silver coins, jars of diamond and emerald jewels, and huge vases filled with even more gold coins. "Is this a dream?" wondered Ali Baba. He picked up a diamond necklace, and the sparkle hurt his eyes. He put it around his neck, then he clipped on another and another. He filled his socks with jewels. He stuffed every pocket with so much gold that he could barely drag himself out of the cave. Once outside, he turned and called, "Close sesame," and the rock shut tight. As you can imagine, Ali Baba took a long time to get home when his wife saw the load. She wept with joy. Now there was enough money for their whole lifetime. The next day, Ali Baba told his brother, Qasim, what had happened. "Stay away from that cave," Qasim warned. "It is too dangerous." Was Qasim worried about his brother's safety? Not at all. That night, when everyone was asleep, Qasim slipped out of the village with 3 donkeys. At the magic spot, he called, "Open sesame," and the rock rolled open. The first 2 donkeys went in, but the third refused to budge. Qasim tugged and tugged, whipped and screamed until the poor beast gave in. But the donkey was so angry that it gave an almighty kick against the rock, and slowly the rock crunched shut. "Come on, you stupid animal," growled Qasim. Inside and amazed, Qasim gasped with pleasure. He quickly filled bag after bag and piled them high on the poor donkeys. When Qasim couldn't grab any more, he decided to go home. He called out loud, "Open cashew?" Nothing happened. Open almond?" he called. Again nothing. "Open pistachio?" Still nothing. Qasim became desperate. He screamed and cursed as he tried everywhere possible, but he just couldn't remember sesame. Qasim and his 3 donkeys were trapped. Next morning, a very upset sister-in-law came knocking on Ali Baba's door. "Qasim has not come home," she thought. "Where is he? Oh, where is he?" Ali Baba was shocked. He searched everywhere for his brother until he was completely exhausted. Where could Qasim be? Then he remembered. He went to the place where the rock was. Qasim's lifeless body lay outside the cave. The thieves had found him first. Qasim must be buried quickly, thought Ali Baba, carrying his brother's heavy body home. When the thieves returned, they couldn't find the body. Perhaps wild animals had carried Qasim away. But what were these Footprints? Someone else know of our secret? Screamed Guide, wild and with anger. He too must be killed. The thieves followed the footprints straight to the funeral procession, which was already heading towards Ali Baba's house. This must be it, thought Guide, silently marking a white circle on the front door. I'll kill him tonight, when everyone is asleep. But Guide was not to know that someone had seen him. The servant girl, Morgiana, was watching him. She felt the strange man was evil. Whatever could this circle mean, she wondered, and waited for Guide to leave. Then Morgiana did something really clever. Fetching some chalk, she marked every door in the village with the same white circle. That night, the thieves silently entered the village, when everyone was fast asleep. Here's the house, whispered one. No, here it is, said another. What are you saying? It is here, cried the third thief. Guide was confused. Something had gone terribly wrong, and he ordered the thieves to retreat. Early next morning, Guide came back. His long shadow fell on Ali Baba's house, and Guide knew that this was the circle he couldn't find the night before. He thought of a plan. He would present Ali Baba with 40 beautifully painted vases. But inside each vase would be one thief with his sword ready, waiting. Later that day, Morgiana was surprised to see a caravan of camels, horses, and carriages drop in front of Ali Baba's house. A man in purple robes and magnificent turban called on her master. Ali Baba, the man said, you're gifted. Finding and saving your brother from the fangs of wild animals is indeed a courageous act. You must be rewarded. My sheikh, the noble of Kyrgyzstan, presents you with 40 barrels of his most exquisite jewels. You probably know by now that Ali Baba was not very clever. And he accepted the gift with a wide grin. Look, Morgiana, look what I have been given, he said. But Morgiana was not sure. She felt something terrible was going to happen. Quick, she called after Guide had left. Boil me 3 camel loads of oil until the smoke rises out of the pots. Quick, I say, before it is too late. I will explain later. Soon Ali Baba brought the oil spluttering and hissing from the flames of 1,000 burning coals. Morgiana filled a bucket with evil liquid and poured it into the first barrel. Shutting the lid tight, it shook violently, nearly toppling over. Then it became still. Morgiana quietly opened the lid, and Ali Baba saw one very dead robber. Convinced of the plot, Ali Baba helped Morgiana kill all the robbers in the same way. That evening, Guide arrived to feast with Ali Baba. They gorged on meats and breads, cooked in wonderful ways. They drank the rich nectar of sumptuous fruits, but the highlight was Morgiana's food. Poor Guide did not have a chance. Belching with the rich food, his eyes rolled round and round, watching Morgiana coming closer with the food. Then all of a sudden he felt a diamond-studded dagger plunge into the depths of his heart. Ooh! The next day, Ali Baba returned to the place where the rock was. He emptied the cave of its secret coins and jewels. He called out, "Close sesame," for the last time. He gave all the jewels to the people who made Ali Baba their leader. And Ali Baba made Morgiana his chief advisor. So kids, have you enjoyed this story? This is a worldwide famous story being translated in 28 different languages from Arabic. And what's the lesson you guys have learned? Kids, don't and never live a life of greediness, because greediness has its own bad consequences at the end. Don't look and search for the shortcuts. Always believe in hard work. Hard work always pays good. And greediness always ends in the bad ending. To hear more stories like Ali Baba and 40 Thieves, then subscribe, like, and share. We'll bring more stories like that. Thank you.